Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Cities Skylines. It's episode 2, and in this episode I'm going to try and expand my little, well, city, I think is a big word for it. My boomtown, according to the game. Or rather, that's the next tier. My tiny town over to the other side of the river. Now I have made some small adjustments. I have installed the traffic manager system, the traffic manager President Edition. And with that I'll be able to more adequately manage all the various roads. One of the things that was suggested was as well that I change this roundabout to actually be round instead of this monstrosity that I've constructed right now. And I have started using Patreon names. So the area over here is called Brandon Square and this is Monorkin Park, named after the major generals. Aside from that we have the Metzger Boulevard over here. This is the Westover Lane. And this is the Brendryen roundabout. Although, this will get changed. So, let's see if I can get that done. One tip that I got is to draw a cross first. And then just to align the parts after. So, first, just remove the whole thing. And then draw something on the grids. Can I still remove this one? No, not quite. And it should be a one-way street, by the way. 6 lane? Yeah, might as well. Alright, then I can just use a simple street for this. And then I think this is about the halfway point. How long was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pips. That's 1, 2, 1, 2. And now I should be able to just start curving it, I think. So from here to here? No. That is indeed a way easier way of doing it. Oh. Not quite happy with that road. That's because it's slightly higher than the other one. Alright, and then just delete the inner parts. And now we have a roundabout. Just gonna make sure it's connected and re-establish the name. It's not Jackson Boulevard. It is the Brendryen Boulevard. Sorry, roundabout is what I called it. Roundabout. Okay, connected up. These were the double lanes. That could just be a straight road, by the way. Or so I thought, until the game said, nope. Just have to delete the whole thing, and then establish it from here to here. This one's also slightly misaligned now. There. That did cost me a bunch of money, but at least it makes that roundabout look a little better. Alright. Let's see what we need. We need more industry. Medium demand for industry or offices. Well, offices is something I definitely can't build yet. But what I can do is just build a bit more industry. Preferably of the green type. No, I need to make that road a bit longer. There we go. If I'm building this much more industry, I'll probably also need a bit more power. That's the one. How are we doing for power? 21 consumption, 24 produced. Water. 33 consumed, 87 capacity. Good. Production of sewage, 33. And drainage 43, so I still have more than enough capacity. This one, however, is approaching the limits. This is the recycling plant. So I'll have to set up another one to try and keep to my promise of being a green city. And let's do that over here so that it's not going to be too noisy and affect the rest of the city negatively. Now, what else do I need? More residential space. For that, I think I'm going to expand here first, and then head over to the other side. Oh, power. Canals. Yeah, that's not really a priority right now. Here we go. That's another 6 megawatts. That should be plenty, right? Yeah. 25 out of 32. But there is a lot more industry being built, so this is gonna go up. Right. How's school? 201 eligible, 250 capacity, so that's good enough. I don't have a high school yet. I could build one, if I had the money for it. But they cost me 24,000, which is a lot more than what I'm currently getting. Now there's a load of demand for residential areas. Alright, let's continue on here. Yeah, align that here and there. And add the street right down in the middle. Alright, bring me more residential areas. And I would like a park somewhere over here, because it's going to raise the value of the properties here. There we go. I'm a lot happier now. Can I still fit a smaller one? Like a plaza? I also still want a bigger garden over here, but now I'm running really low on cash. Alright, the new residential area has immediately been populated. So this is going to also put more pressure on all my amenities. Power, water, and cleaning, garbage. But also healthcare. Oh, the healthcare is very, very high over budget. Let's reduce their budget a bit. Healthcare. Let's put that to 70%. That'll save me a bit of money. Fire department. There's a 35% hazard. And it's mostly in the industrial area, which is a risk. Are there any fire trucks in use at the moment? No. 0 out of 6. Alright, so let's reduce their budget a bit. Down to 85%. I don't want to completely eradicate them, because they do serve a very important task. Police. Jail's capacity 20, detained 10. And we have 2 out of 3 police cars in use, 3 out of 3, so they're operating just about at capacity. Okay, that's good to know. Over here, these guys are getting educated and then going to be upgraded, so that's great. Next up. We can build a tennis court over here. That'll make them quite happy, but also cost me 4,000. Small playground, park with trees. Holy shit, that's big. This is more to my liking. 7,500, so it's expensive. But it makes a lot of people really quite happy. And, as such, we'll also start to raise the prices over here. Can I see them yet? Yeah, right now it's nothing terribly special. 17 credits per square meter. I am hoping that that's going to go up. Let's see, how happy are they and what do they need? Educate more. Right. Where's my school? Medical clinic. Here's the community school. 201 out of 250. I'm thinking I might put a school over here. A high school. But first, more residential area. These things make noise, right? Yeah. That's their noise area, so I don't really want to expand too much more in that direction. That means I'm going to have to expand in a different direction. Let's see, could I build a really small... No, not that small. Valid shape, yeah. Alright, let's just build a bunch of residential. A few commerce buildings in here. This is still considered Brandon Square, I think. Let me check. Yeah, this is Brandon Square, and the rest of it is just a different department. does not have a district, so it has no limitations whatsoever. Cash, up to 1,200 a month. Sorry, a week income. So it is still positive. Industry is looking good. Commerce is medium, and residential is still fairly high. How about cash? I could take out a loan and start building a whole bunch more, because it's going to give me 20,000. Which will allow me to potentially set up another area up here. Just another residential area. Let's see, how are these guys doing? They're coming off of the roundabout. Forest forwarder. Importing forestry products to fine furniture. Seems to be doing good speed. He's pre-sorting to go towards the industrial area, where he's definitely not the only one. A lot more forestry trucks and forest forwarders. Yeah, so the roundabout seems to be operating smoothly. That's good. That's really good. Power's good. Water's good, although sewage production might need a hand. That's going to cost me another 4k. Alright, let's take out the loan and get building. What do I want to build over here? Yeah, I know I have a new building. What do I want to build over here? And how do I want to build it? I could make a couple of loops. With maybe some emergency services down in the middle. Yeah, that could work. So let's start by building a grid shape. Ish. And then on the outer ring, I'm going to go with a double lane. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. It's too long. 1, 2. It's better. 1, 2. 1, 2. And this might not fit. Oh yeah, it does fit. Okay, and then down in the middle, a smaller route. Not too long. How long did I make that one? This long? I think it's not a perfect oval here. Alright, delete the center. And actually just keep one road here. Because then I can set up emergency services down in the middle. And I might need to upgrade that to be a bigger route. There. Okay then, time to add the residential areas. All of these. And the guys over here. I'll give this to commercial buildings so they can build a couple of supermarkets perhaps. Another few here. Alright, make sure they have water, because it's not being supplied at the moment. Yeah, I know, space already occupied. Alright, that should cover them. They might not have power right from the get-go, because they're pretty far away from the standard, or from the original place that I'm currently occupying. Alright, let's see if they want to move in. Probably not, because there's no connection. That is probably going to be an issue. Alright, I'll give it one lane here. And one... Oh, not enough money. Right. Okay, let's see if people want to start building here. Oh shit, this looks pretty bad. Hold on. I don't think I have enough money to fix that though. D-zone. I don't like how this road turned out. Jones Street. Definitely not what I was going for. Now I'll make this another district. This circle thing over here. This is Dale Park. No, it is not. This is the Elfwyn... what's a good name for a neighborhood? A green neighborhood, that is. Elfwyn Park. And set up some specializations here. It's going to have to be a green one. Residential... Organic and local produce. And make sure it is self-sufficient. Cash is going down a bit. And people are complaining they do not have energy. This should fix it. Albeit slightly. And this will fix the other side. Alright, I'm now down to 916. And I have an income of only 215, so I'm going to have to be a little patient. And let the situation just develop. Let's see what they're building here. There is one problem, and that's that none of these buildings are being currently covered by any of the services that I have over here. The medical clinic is probably too far away. The firehouse is going to have to drive really far in order to get over there. And the police station is already pretty booked with what they're doing over here, so I doubt that they're going to be able to get all the way over there. And let alone the school. The community school probably doesn't have the reach. Yeah, it's covering that bit, but not this. So Elfwyn Park's going to have to get its own little community school. Once I'm going to be able to buy that, of course, which is going to take a while. Well, let's see, do we have any upgrades for the buildings here yet? No, I still need to educate more people. How about more loans? No joy. How about a bigger city? Because that generally also gives you cash. We need to get to 2200. Well, I still have a bunch of housing spaces available here. They should be able to start populating the area here. And maybe just push me over to that 2200 population. A bit of commerce over here, an outlet shop. 6 jobs available, so we need more people. Multimedia center, organic stalls. There we go. Cash is back up to 684 a week, 696, 700, and we're going to need a bit more industry. Done. How big is Monorkin Park? Pretty big. Pretty big. Oh, there we go. They're complaining about not having enough sewage capacity. I can build a standard water drain pipe, but I'm going green with this playthrough, so I'm going to have to wait until I can build an eco water outlet. Which I'll probably build somewhere over here. Oh, and they don't have enough power. Lovely. Power is something that's pretty easy to fix, at least temporarily, by just upping the power budget to, let's say, 120%. Alright, set up an eco output. Gonna make a bit of noise, but not a terrible amount. Alright, that should do it. Now I probably have a massive overcapacity. Yeah. So now I can reduce the budget for the water company a bit. Let's say to 71 power. Doing okay. Alright, we're back to 1500 income per week. The people are starting to move into Elfwyn Park, although they are not terribly happy with it. Well, mostly. The problem is they don't have any schools. Do I invest more in Monorkin Park first? Or do I go for a high school over here in Brandon Square? Each has something to say for it. Each has something to say for it. Which one do I want to go for first? Higher population is going to get me more money. Higher land value is going to get me more taxes. Higher education is going to get me offices at some point. Which are also a, well, arguably green way of doing business. So I have some options. The school is probably the most expensive option that I have. Especially the high school. What was it, 20k? Public library, high school. 24 even. Pricey. And the other one? Community school? 12. So that's half. I'm getting close to the population, but still not close enough. Yeah, let's see if I can fix this road first. That's slightly curved. It's not quite working the way that I want it to. I think that's better. Okay, now I can start with a few more residential areas over here. And that's going to put me closer to the 2000 mark, but definitely not at 2200 yet. I'm going to save some space over here for potentially a park. These are all covered, right? Yeah. They're covered by water. They're covered by power, although barely. So maybe up the budget a bit more. 130%. Population 1940. There we go. New housing. What are you guys working on? The Florence residence. Not a bad neighborhood. They still need quite a lot of amenities here, though. And I think that a park is an easy way to get that done, but their first priority is probably not to get a park. Their first priority is probably to get either their kids into school, or to get a fire department over here to make them feel safer, or something similar to that effect. Right, build an industry area. I could build a farm, but it's going to require considerable water consumption and requires fertile farmland. Do I have any fertile farmland? Fertile land. Yeah, some. Oh, over here. That's actually not too bad. So I could build a farm over here. But if I want to build a farm over here, it's going to require a workforce. And if it's going to require a workforce, that means that they have to get from here to there somehow. What am I not getting? Oh shit, hold on. Oh! It's not getting any power. That was the problem. There. There we go. Now I'm actually settled. Right. I could start designating this area as a farm. So I could say, yes, this is going to be a farm. Right over here. Just this whole bit. Side of the map. I still need a name for that. This is going to be the Gosrith farm. I'm not going any particular order with my patrons, by the way. I'm starting at the top and going towards the bottom. So sometimes it might be a road, sometimes it might be a district, sometimes it might be a street. That's, or like I did over here, a district, something to that extent. Oh, sorry, you don't have any water. My bad. I imagine they don't like that much. Yeah, and now I have a couple of empty buildings. Okay, so the Gosrith farm, I do need to set it up as said farm. Industry, farming area. Generic industry, no. Alternatively, of course you also have the forestry, but I already have that going on over here in Monorkin Park. Why are they complaining about their sewage system? I have enough. It is working. We should be fine. Elfwyn Park is getting nicely populated. actually doing quite well. 2185. Very soon I'll be at the 2200 mark and get probably another influx of cash. But also get another bunch of items that I will need to buy. I can now get transport, I can get the postal service, the bus, tours, walking tours, or industry specialization. I can set a policy for recycling. I think I might do that. Set a policy for recycling. Slightly reduced garbage, slightly reduced tax income. And recycled plastic. Cost 100 per recycling center per week. But they work with 20% more efficiency. I think that's a pretty good deal. And free Wi-Fi? Free wireless access points for the citizens and tourists allow easier use of email and other internet services instead of traditional mail services. This reduces the amount of mail accumulation in the area. By 15% in fact, but it does cost me 2 credits per building. That's pretty high. Oh, advanced wind turbines. Now to be built in bodies of water in order to save space. Nice. Toll booths. Elder care. Biofuel bus depot. I have a lot of stuff to build. Child healthcare. Small warehouse. For storing goods and products. A warehouse has 3 different operating modes. Fill, empty and balanced. On balanced mode, the warehouse will operate based on the current demand. I don't exactly know what that means. This is the recycling center? Yeah. Whoa, production chains. I did install the industry DLC, hence the thing in the title. And that's just given me a lot more stuff. I just haven't really figured out how everything works together yet, so I still have to learn that. Industry areas can be created by using Industry Area tool. Got it. The type of main building determines what kind of goods the area produces. Industry areas need raw materials, like oil or crops, to operate. Raw materials can either be imported or gathered locally by extractors. Thanks to the new storage spaces, industry areas can fully operate on imported raw areas or raw materials only. Raw materials can be exported, sold to specialized zone industry, or used by the processing buildings. Processing buildings in turn produce special goods which can be either exported, sold to non-specialized zoned industry, or used by unique factories. Unique factories produce luxury goods which can be exported or sold to commercial zones. Right. So for farming industry, I need to have a level 2 farming area. This just says create an industry area. Doesn't really matter which one apparently. That's the landfill. I already have an industry area, right? Or is that not a district? Yeah, I suppose that is what they mean. Okay. This is the ore industry. This is the warehouse. Warehouse yard. A fenced yard for storing goods and products. A warehouse has 3 different operating modes. Yes, understood. And you also have a small warehouse. And then we have a lot of different types of buildings. Like a load of different model buildings. Right, so for the farm, which I'll probably set up in the next episode, I'm first going to need to get Gosrith farm connected to the rest of the area. Monorkin Park. Oh, you're once again complaining about your sewage system? Why though? I have enough capacity. I have enough production. I don't really see what the problem is, actually. Streets are flooding with sewage. How? Sewage smells like a sewer in here. Dirty water is not draining away as fast as it should. Really? Let's boost it back up to 100% and see if that fixes my problem. Yeah, they are popping away. I also gained a big cash influx, so I'll probably be able to use that to unlock Gosrith farm. One thing I don't quite know yet is how to get these guys with the, what was it called? forestry area, how to actually get those to level up. And make sure it's a better industry. Forestry industry. Extractor buildings. Create a forestry industry area. I did that. Right? This is set up as a forestry. Yeah, it is. I can unspec it. Generic. And then respec it. The game doesn't care. So something is not quite working here. I'm probably making some mistake here. Medium tree plantation. Have a level 3 forest industry area. I'm not even sure how to level up. So I'll first need to learn how to do that. Right. Well, that actually is a good excuse to end the episode here. And start learning about the different industries. So I know how to do that. And in the next episode, I'll come back to you and start getting actual industry built. Hopefully. I do record these episodes in batches. That means that the next episode is going to be already recorded before this one even went live. So any suggestions and tips that you guys post in here are going to get used in the next episode, probably. Or in the episode 4. So, yes, I do read your suggestions and I welcome them, but I'm going to have to take a bit of time to batch these things. And with that, your episode recommendations are going to happen in either the next episode or the one over. Anyway, I hope that helps. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying the calm content, and I shall see you guys next week for the next episode of City Skylines. Talk to you then.